Hello, this is going to be an interesting little vlog that I want to talk about. And I'm also going to talk briefly how I got into Nichols and where I am now in terms of my years here in school. So let's jump to how I got in just to start. So how I got in was a strange thing that happened. Well, I kind of started off in Fletcher for a few years. Well, I was supposed to be a business person, but I did well at first, and I also kind of started off on remedial classes. Yeah, and I had to start there because they didn't offer it at Nichols. Kind of closed it down. So that was the awkward start I had to go through. And also, and I was supposed to study business, and then I kind of started off really, really well, and then that one semester got into the academic probation. And academic probation, if the GPA falls, like your term or your cumulative falls below 2.0, which in that case I had 2.75 cumulative, and well, don't want to get too far up in there, and I also had to take some time off of school to figure out where I wanted to be, and well, during the time off, and maybe way before that, I was in community band, and for where I am, and I was active in music, and hugely active. I played a lot of instruments. I played from keyboards to auxiliary to timpani too, and anything I could bang on, that's what I did. And also I worked for 2 years. I played in cantatas. I volunteered in schools. I almost did everything. Then there's this one year that changed everything. This is the February, March, we're gonna go forward, 2020. And that's when I filled out the FALSA, the registration, getting my transcripts, getting the auditions done, and everything was because of COVID, everything was so slow. Getting my high school transcript. I had a college transcript first. I was lucky to get that on board, but the high school one didn't come until later. And what led to the success so far is that I had to take a break from being from volunteer stuff, and it wasn't by choice. It was probably the best thing I had to go through. I know it was emotionally in the roughest time of my life, and transition was rough. Yeah. And to go through auditions and things that were pretty serious. And also, this is the point we went to first meetings. That was in the summer, and also first drumline audition, which I didn't make. It was kind of surprising because I thought I would, but it came out that it didn't go that well. So, but it didn't stop me from doing what I was doing. So what happened was, I found out about July of 2020 that orientation came about for Department of Music, and that's how I met my fabulous teacher on the campus that I knew I was going to be taking lessons with. I knew it was not that in my mind, per se. So, what it was, I met him through orientation. I've been to that realm already. Then August came. And at the August of 2020, you had some people during the quarantine that kind of came in the picture, and we had to all wear masks. Oh, yeah. Everywhere. Except for when we eat. And I was like, pain in the butt. So what it was, this is when I had to go through the craziness. Like, I came in 17 hours. Kind of found out I had to drop one class at somewhere, in that credit. And it was crazy. So what it was, I'm not great at math or science. But that's okay. That makes us different. So what it was, what dropping did was save the rest of my classes from going into the deep end. But what happened was, the first semester coming back, I had all A's and I had a 4.0 average, which kind of jumped my overall average to wherever it jumped it to. So, and also the fact that it was so fun. It was fun to actually, for that year, and the very first time, learning how to do snare drum. Learning how to, I went through some frustrations. I went through learning rudiments that was so hard to accomplish. My teacher, if he watches it, he'd probably be laughing by now. Oh well, let him. So, in either way, and I also had to learn that I had to take my lessons seriously. Yeah. Crazy. And also, it got to the spring of 21. That was the craziest of all things. I had to take a math course. And luckily, I am through with maths. I have none left. Because what happened in the transfer process, most of my classes also transferred, which I didn't have to take certain ones. That's what happened, and thank goodness for that. Because I would have been stuck in the vine if it wasn't. So what happened was, I ended up taking trigonometry, and this is when I had looked up the online stuff for beforehand. Kind of crazy, but that's what I did. So what I did was go to find the sources. Like, okay, we're gonna do it this way. And it turns out, even that class was not that really bad. It was crazy. I had to keep up with all the work. Yeah, it was crazy. I had to text my daggone sister when I needed help. Crazy how that was. But it's okay. It's okay how that really did everything. So that was, you know what. And also, I went into my second semester at school, and also, what was strange, I had to learn, more theory stuff, yeah. Also got into first method classes, which if you're an ed major, you go to methods. And so what it was, I went to string methods, and that's the very weird thing. I had to learn how to do violin in a semester. Yeah, crazy, but true. And also, this was the first semester I did 4 mallets. Oh yeah. And if you're a percussion major, yes, you're gonna do 4 mallets. So I just learned a whole rigmarole, how to do rotation, how to do single independent strokes, how to do double stops with all the mallets. Oh my gosh. Even intervals, how to open and close at everything interval. And also snare drum had to do bottom rolls, which had to try with the rhythm at first. Oh yeah. But that didn't stop me there. And also I did I went through some craziness with that stuff right there. And also took that was my second piano I took too, and I had to go through the craziness. But the craziness was worth it, because then again, on the process again the second go round, it made it worth it after all. And also, so where I am, this is working on to the fall of 21. Oh yeah. And the fall of 21 had an interesting little twist to it. It started out normal for fall of 21, but then we had Ida that came and destroyed our semester. It destroyed homes, and it messed up our schedule, and then we didn't get out of that one until a week later. That was last year, if you want to know. And what happened was that it left, like, this over here, like, homes to where it just had to be repaired or had to be demolished, had to be. But also I did what I could with my studies too, because it's. And I tell you one thing that really set my teacher in a good mood after a long month where we had nothing, no school, no classes. It was the funniest thing I did. I learned a 4-mallet solo in 4 days. 4. Yeah. And this is a solo that was in the Mark Ford book called Fry. And that's where I can tell the story how that happened. And during all that time, I still get up to date with everything. And it wasn't very long till where, the teacher himself had me memorize the piece. Oh yeah, that was fun. Really fun. And it's fun kind of getting that work done and get it together for, which my recital at that time was in October because the hurricane screwed up everybody. So what it was, it's like I made the best it ever can be. I may have like a dean's list kind of thing, because I had a grade that kind of messed me up a little, but it didn't mess me up too terribly. So let's say that. And which I learned that even people, deans, and president honor rolls, that they still get recognized for their hard work, which is awesome sauce. And also I had to take crazy amount of coursework. And also I had a little bit fun stuff here and there too. And also, it's just that I taking 2 method classes in that term. I took percussion methods and I took wind methods all in that term. Just to get the methods done a lot quicker. And focus on more other ones that need to be focused. So it was the heck part of this one. Plus doing psychology, because I'm going to go into the later parts of the video that what my future is going to be holding, what we're going to talk about, and what my goal is going to be afterwards. So you might want to stay tuned. So flash forward into spring of 2022, which was last spring. This was the fun part where I had to take psychology too. I had to take, now I've been in my barrier semester, which in terms of the barriers, let's say, you're going to be given a piece that you're going to have to know. You have to do all your research. You have to fill out the information of why you want to be a music major. You have to be able to play it really well. You have to be able to present really well to pass this stuff. If you didn't pass the barrier, you'd have to repeat the whole lesson series again. And so that's what puts this in a stressful situation like this. Me, I kind of was stressed about it at first. I was not sure whether or not I'd handle it by myself. Because not just that I had to memorize a recital piece, which thankfully my teacher put it earlier, which I had plenty of time to play with it. He was smart for what he did for me. Yeah. So, after I got through a recital and did a whole new piece called Manhattan, yeah, then I had to memorize not one but 2 pieces on 2 separate days. I had to memorize Bonnie Bray, which was the next solo over, for my juries, and I had to do public scales and also snare stuff. And also what we do is whenever we do snare stuff, we do it whatever we stopped on, and etudes whatever you're currently working on. For every jury and every little jury, let's say. So then that was the weird part. And also the weird part, I had to, had my facts again. I had to really memorize that 2-melody piece on my own. That was so crazy. The crazy thing I had to crazy do, if you want to know. So, what that was, I had to do it on my own. The only thing I had help with is to move the instrument, because I had no experience at doing it on my own, you know. And that was the crazy part. Now, kind of flash forward to where I am now. And how this semester played out. This semester played out kind of good. It was kind of stressful. But it was a up and down roller coaster. Because I had some new courses, I had some new teachers, and I wasn't sure how was it going to play out. But luckily, my teachers were very nice to me, you know. And if you're watching it and you know, if you're teaching me or you have taught me, you know that I'm going to say thank you. So, for being nice to me and help me make this transition smoothly. So what it was, I'd gone through craziness, had to get used to what online quizzes are. I had to get used to tons of things to do. I had to go to read before every class. Read before I do homework assignments. I had to study every single day. And then for the ones that goes reviews and stuff, I had to review every class that recorded, like I recorded on the device, and also review for a test. And also, what I do there, it gets more interesting. I had to do lots and lots of papers. Like, I had to do 2 papers this term. One is for a class that and they're both music related. One was had to do CMS style. I had to do Chicago musical, and that would drive me crazy. That one, and I had to write in a whole other paper that was MLA style, and that was for my forms class. Oh. And it gets even more crazy. Things get crazy. I had a teacher that kind of went, and also I forgot to leave a little disclaimer before. And also, last spring was also Dean's lesson. I didn't tell you that. I still ended on that. So, but now flash forward back to this. And also, what was even more crazy, I had a teacher, my percussion teacher was to say him. Not mention names because of privacy, security reasons. I don't want to do that. But, anyways, I had a week without him before my recital. I was crazy stressed. I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? And then I had no lesson, like, I had a week of lessons and a week that he wasn't here, and then boom, my recital was right around the corner. So I had to really make some really rough decisions, like, so you know what, I'm gonna make the best of this situation. I'm gonna make sure I know this crap, which was my soul was green right by Mark IV. So what I did was, while he was gone and out of town, out of my, you know what, out of my hair for a week, I didn't have time to freak out. I had to really kind of bust my little butt in a practice room and really kind of getting into it with memorization on my own. I had to really go ahead and make frequent recordings. Yeah, my professor's gonna laugh at this if he hears this one. Which I made frequent recordings on the iPad and the practice room at that. I go to play back each and every recording to see what I did wrong. And I tried not to look at the music. Oh my gosh. That was something else. That was a whole thing I had to tackle too. But this is the weird thing. And that was kind of scary too, because I had to make sure that I'm gonna, that I'm gonna get through it, and that he's gonna be happy, and that was my worry part with that. So what I did was I bust my little butt, and each and every day after I get done with the recording, I go back and play it back, making a bunch of notes in the music. Oh. If I ever show you the music I did, you would be laughing, little crazy buzzsaw. So came day of recital, and also day of recital. I know I was a little nervous. Yeah, that happens. Let's say that much. But I was kind of the first one that came on my recital day, So, it was the funniest thing, and also, it was cool that he actually watched me, he heard me do it on my own. And what it was, I was first, and then 3 others were after me, and what was the best part of this was the fact that my teacher came right backstage afterwards. He had a gentle side to him. Like, I wasn't really expecting something that gentle. Like a hug saying, "Oh, you did good, you did good." And I was surprised that he was going to be happy. But I caught wind of it right after what he really said about me. And he told another professor I know, say, that he sounds like Mark Ford and how Mark Ford would play it. And he told him, that I heard it after, she did that on her own. But the truth is I had to because I had no other way. But I had to try to bring the music to performance level while he was out because I didn't have a lot of help with that. I had to really push it and do it on my own. But that's okay because that gave me a pure test of what I could do. And I'm thankful he did what he did for me. I gotta say that because I want him to know that he pushed someone that's really smart and also helped me become better and not just a better player, not just a better student, but a better person and in every way. So this past semester, I also ended on Dean's Lists, with it be average, but that's okay. I forgot to say this, but anyways, my goals are for this next year or so. I want to get to make senior recital as best it can be. I want my teacher to be happy with a good note once again, and also I want to and also it's crazy how that happens, but and also I tell all my Nichols professors, you are awesome. Please, please, please take that to heart. You guys are awesome and helping me out. And also, yeah, thank you all because you're the y'all the best, And also, what I'm looking forward to after I graduate is I'm gonna be going to be a music therapist to help kids like me. And also, and thank you guys for believing in me and also for being there for me. And also, I can't wait to see y'all faces pretty soon. See ya.